Welcome to the channel. Now this one's going to be yet another video where we're looking through the old builder kits. They're coming out really quickly, these videos, so we've looked at a lot of old stuff, so if you missed any of them, please do go back and watch them. There's probably, from somebody who hasn't posted much recently, and when I do, it's usually 1 or 2 videos a week maximum. You've probably got about 3 months worth of videos to look back over the last few days, so yeah, please do check back over these. But like I say, we're going to keep them short, about 20-25 minutes, and cut off. Last one was cut off by the cat. We're just after that video now, and he's luckily in the basket below me. But we're just going to start off with this one. Had this one for many years. This is the original IMC Volkswagen Beetle. Loved this kit for a long time. Yeah, really do like this kit. That's the first time I got the hood off. I was trying to get a hood off. I've just pictured this one. Couldn't get the hood off because of the rear bumper. But I'm just going to shove that back in there for now. That can go like that. But yeah, this is a really nice old build-up from the original kit. Doors still open on this one. They've done quite a good job of hinging the doors on this one. I think I can get out one open by just popping my finger through. But yeah, both the doors open on this one, and I think the hood comes off. I don't think that's hinged, so to speak, or it doesn't hold in very well anyway, but stop messing with that stuff on camera. You never get it back together. But yeah, I mean, I've always loved it. I mean, it's before I really knew too much about kit histories, but in the late 80s, I remember seeing the Union one in Monk Bar Model Shop in York, which is still going strong today. It's been there for God knows how many years, and yeah, it's quite a visitor point, is that like. But I always remember seeing this one in the late 80s on the shelves, and this is when other kits like Monogram, AMC were still like between the £7.95, £10 range. And I remember this one, I remember the price, it was £27.95, and that was a lot of money for back in the 80s. But this is a brilliant kit. I loved the Union box art of, the ones they did, the 48 Ford. I think the Union 48 Ford was the only one where you actually saw the custom version built on the box. As all the others, even the IMC one, you could have just thought that was a stock only kit, and all the other ones, all the reboxes of it, testers and what have you, they never showed the custom versions. But yeah, this is a great kit. Build it as stock or gasser. I always said that you'd be able to, if you just had a spare body, you could make 2 complete kits out of it. And I think that's what, I've had a couple of these, both builders. Well, I think one's better than the other, so what I've done is I haven't sorted through this kit yet. I've just literally thrown all the parts in the bag, but I've got pretty much complete kit plus 2 bodies, and that's all I've ever wanted to do with him, build one stock and one custom, have them just beside each other like that. Now I think I sorted through another one, which is a bit of a builder. This one has a really nice, somebody's done a really nice job of tupping the frame, but this one was missing the actual gasser chassis, and they'd started building it off the stock chassis, and it's a bit ropey, was that like. I mean, I'm just going to sell that as a builder kit, to be quite fair. By the time this video comes out, I would have had my eBay listings on for a few days, to be quite fair, because I'm putting out so many videos at the moment. But yeah, I think things like this, now I've kind of got what I always wanted and had time to, well, not had time, I've just had to do it, to get a kit together with 2 bodies, because that's all I was saving this one for, was to restore and make a second body like. But a second kit out of it. But yeah, we'll move on anyway. That's like 5 minutes of the time gassing about an old Beetle. But things will move swiftly through. Got a load of these, which I think I've sold all the ones I'm going to sell, to be quite fair. I've sold all my box ones, just because I knew, I think this is quite a nice builder, the Joanne 62 Chrysler 300. It's complete as well, tail lights in there. So I'm trying to keep it upright because I don't want all them bits falling out. So yeah, I mean, this is a nice builder, and this is why I sold other ones, to be quite fair, because I do want to build, you know, start building again. And you know, if I've got extras in boxes, then, you know, except from certain kits, like, you know, I'll keep the ones. I mean, I think even though that looks readily, I mean, it's pretty much in pieces, that, but it's probably the best body. Got another one here, broken scuttle panel, but nice trim. So, and I think this is potentially restorable, only for the fact that I thought it was a bit of a write-off for a while, but then out of all kits I bought from Steve, there was a few bodies which, you know, yeah, this could only be destined for a custom. All the side trim shaved off, but we should be able to piece the scuttle panel. I mean, it's not going to have the detail in there, but if we wanted to repair that thing, you know, we can do. But I think on that, I showed that 64 Chrysler 300 convertible. I think the roof line on one of these would go really well. I don't think using that one's the best example because of all how it's been sanded away, like, but yeah, I think the roof line on that would really sort of go well on that 63. See if it's close by. I think it's still have that. Shove that one on top of the fridge. I'll show you that. I had a really nice group chat with Lee from Crow Customs, Gary from Mr. Model Works, and our good friend Mike. That went on until the early hours of the morning, but yeah, I showed this one in another video. We're not going to look at it, but I think that would really, I think, you know, you can't build, well, I can't build it stock because I ain't got a front bumper, so I'm going to keep this one. It's going to be a custom, but that was just one idea I sort of thought of, which we could do. But yeah, I mean, we're just pointless looking at it. We've probably seen a load of that old stuff in our previous videos anyway. We just want to get through it, to be quite fair. Yeah, it's going to be a mixture. I think we're going to be venturing into Chevrolets, get a few of them out of the way. But before we do that, I just thought I'd pull this down off the shelf. You know, this is one I'm never going to sell. It's a resin, a really nice resin satellite body. So we're going to do this like as in the black and white sort of colours. Looking forward to doing that when I can finally get the time, but just saves me messing about with creating another roof. And yeah, these were really, I can't remember who did them. I mean, there was a seller in the US who was selling a lot of this stuff, and I did ask him if I was going to buy a ton of stuff from him, like 12 bodies from him. He did like nice 4 Galaxy 4 doors and stuff, and a load of different sellers were selling it. But yeah, this particular one very promptly told me to F off, like, so obviously he doesn't like the British or something like that. But yeah, he lost a lot of customers. I was going to place an order for about $300 or something like that, so obviously he didn't need it. But moving on, we got a very, very badly damaged, and this isn't a promo. I think this is one which actually, this is a 60 Edsel, and I think it just got close to a fire at some point, and it's unfortunately the body is completely shot, even though the frames, but there is salvageable pieces, you know, even though the frames got a break in the middle. You could cut that section away. It'd be a shame because I loved the 60 Edsel and I've never had one. It's probably my favourite Edsel and I've never had one. This is the closest I got to it. But it did come with some really nice stock wheels and tyres. and it also, whatever that got close to, I don't know whether the trim was off it at the time. I mean, it's all the lights and everything in there. I think that the chrome is absolutely beautiful on this. They're like brand new, these. I think that's one of the fender ornaments, so I can't lose that either. Yeah, chrome's beautiful on this thing. So front and rear bumpers don't need chrome in it all. I mean, it's been marked up, so I think these are potentially re-chromes. Quite potentially re-chromed them, just looking at the markings on there, to be fair. I mean, I don't know if, I mean, I bought all this lot together, but yeah, I mean, I've been keeping this in case I found a ropey one without bumpers, but you know, that search has been going on for many, many years as well, like, so. And those are probably re-chromes as well. These are probably from Model House or something, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, nice kit that. Just a real shame that it's so badly damaged, to be quite honest. Yeah, I'll probably cut the tail lights out of there and try and work in something else. But yeah, that's a complete total losses, that one, except from all the really nice bits that come with it, which is probably worth a million times more than the actual body is now. But yeah, we are going to venture into Chevrolets onto this one. We are going to cut off at 20 minutes. I think this is one I showed on the channel at some point before, but I really love this build. Call it Survivor, if you will. I just think it does need restoring, to be quite fair. I would restore it and I would do it like the builder probably did. I mean, the paint's so raw, it's got he must have been painting it in a dusty barn at the same time as using that AMT lacquer spray, and I think it got every single bit of dust in the barn at the time. I think I got some extra tail lights in there. But yeah, I love the look of this one. This is it 63 Impala? Or 62, sorry. 62 Impala hardtop. A very Bonneville looking roof on this. Thought it looks a little bit low for this actual model. You always thought it looked more like a Bonneville roof, this one on here, but which yeah, I think that's it. I think that's how it came. You can see inside there's a bit of an extension to the glass unit, so I don't know if it was an option to make it some kind of custom top on this, but yeah, really nicely done. But unfortunately they used the Revel custom chrome reverse wheels out of the 56 Ford pickup, which just melt on everything. Yeah, next to the early MPC kits, you know, Revel wheels and tyres were probably the worst for melting into stuff. So, and yeah, if I leave that much longer, it is going to start melting into the body. Like, so I think I'd really like to redo that one at some point. Really nice custom grille. Took me ages to work out what it was, but I think I showed in last video. It's actually the headlamp panel, front panel from a AMT 57 Ford. So we'd be using all that. We're using the headlamps and everything when we come to restore this one. But yeah, kept hold of that one. Really, I mean, I don't know if that interior was ever white at one point, but it reminds me of an old Pomeranian we have, Skippy, back in the day. But yeah, I think they've gone overkill on that, so we'd probably recreate that, but it'd definitely need an haircut. So moving on, another 62. This has had the chrome sun bleached to death off it. Quite a rare kit, and I do like the original 62 front end. This is a really nice complete kit, to be quite fair. You know, Really nice frame all the way around, windshield frame. Needs a bit of a vent post repair there, but you know, really easy job. I think this is a. We'll see if we can get the hood open on this one. Yeah, they've got it latched on the old AMT clip. It's just completely unpainted is this one, and I think free chroming that grille, that's going to really bring. I just do really like these early grills on the early annuals compared to the newer one. I mean, that new kit's a lovely kit, the 90s kit, but yeah, all tail lights in place. I think steering wheel's taking a bit of a break, but again, you got the 90s kit if you wanted to use a replacement for that. But that's just a really nice restorable kit. Is that? Doesn't look like it's a glue bomb or anything like that. I mean, I can guarantee that, you know, most of this is just held together with the screws. I can imagine the interior hasn't even been glued in, and framed. There's not a speck of glue on the windshield. So I bet most of that is just held together with glue, with the screws, and you can see where the glue's been used to mount the engine and stuff, and the wheel chocks and what have you. But past that, really nice one is that. I'm talking about the 90s style stuff. This is a really nice build. In fact, for years and years and years, I thought that this didn't have the third wheel, and this is why it's sort of stayed in the collect. Because I usually just like stuff like this. It's just really. It doesn't take much for someone just to glue a few parts on. I mean, yeah, and I thought the wheel was missing for years, and I don't know if I found it recently and just pops it in there. But that's really all it needs. It's got a few trim pieces on, but these were, again, I mean, I've done a video before on the 62 Impala, and you know, I think it's one of the nicest kits. There was a stage in the 90s where they brought out, they were doing new tools. I think this was the mark of a new era. This is one of the first new tool kits they did in the 90s, rather than going back and repopping old stuff. One of the nicest kits you can buy and build, I think. But stuff like this, you know, it's already kind of done for me. I don't display stuff at all. You know, I've got a few of me channel builds in display cases, but I've got no room to display them at the moment. So it's a shame to have stuff like this in the just sitting on the shelf in a bag underneath another 6 kits likes. But this has been really nicely built, and yeah, like I say, it just doesn't need much at all. I think engine detail. I think this is one of the last. I bought a load of these, and they came, like, the builder did a little plaque for each of them. I had a load of them at one point, and I think this is probably one of the last ones I have. And like I say, probably down to me thinking that wheel was missing. But like I say, just a few little repairs here and there. Like, thought that was a breaking glass, but it's just a bit of fluff or something. Interior's done really nicely on that. So yeah, that's just a good example of how nicely these build up. Beautiful kit. Highly rate that kit to anybody. Go together so well to them. You're not going to have many issues at all. How many? You're on 20 minutes now. Do I go into something else? I'll go into one more. I've got a load of 63s and stuff like that we can look at, but we'll go into this one. Just finish up the video in this. This is original Craftsman Series 59 Impala. It's actually not bad, this one, to be fair. 59 Impala is one of my favourite cars anyway. Somebody's cut the hood out of this, but done a really nice job. Looks like they never really got it because everything's painted, but they never did anything on underneath it. So yeah, I mean, I was going to use this as a bit of a donor for another kit, but this is, you know, I've got a Craftsman kit here, and Sean kindly sent me a few bits over. I think I showed this when I first bought it, and it was a bit of a, I think it was missing a lot of the chrome and what have you. And he sent me all the chrome parts, you know, they need re-chroming and stuff, but you know, he also sent me a really nice hard top. I'm sure there's a brake on body somewhere on this one. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, to be quite fair. I thought there was a brake on this body, but we'll have a closer look at it. But yeah, really like the factory hard top on that, and I've got all the glass in there as well, the glass piece to go with that. So frame's a little bit buckled, like I think we'd find something better than, we might use a 59 Impala, 59 El Camino chassis for that one, to be quite fair. I mean, the Revel kit is absolutely lovely. Another one of my favourite kits of all time is that Revel, or it was actually a monogram when they first released that. Yeah, and actually, I was convinced it had like a chip out of the back of that frame, but it doesn't actually look too bad, doesn't that? So yeah, nice kit is that. But yeah, it's just again the look of a vintage kit. It just has a different look. It's kind of, they look period even when you build them nowadays. So yeah, I mean, I think we'll just kind of cut it at this one. I haven't got rid. I think if we go into any more, it's just gonna extend the video a bit too much. But yeah, I mean, this I can't see any faults with this one really, and it's got all the chrome on it. I think the one I gave what was potentially broken, I think I gave to Leo over at Crow Customs, and he used the front panel, I'm pretty sure, on that truck he's building. But yeah, that's what that kit was for. I knew Lee like cutting up stuff, and that was a good donor kit. So I think that's probably the one which I'm thinking of, to be quite fair, because one in there's better than I thought. Again, I hadn't looked at that one in there for probably a couple of years. Like when Sean sent me them parts, I just put the parts in there, make sure they stayed together. Like, but yeah, I think other than that, I'm not going to start dragging stuff back on the table. I'm just going to thank you for watching. Probably got another, I might get through this next stuff in one more video, to be quite honest with you. I'd like to, because I don't want these videos going on forever. But yeah, with that, just stay tuned for the next video. Thanks ever so much for watching. Everybody who's subscribed to us, all the old friends of the channel, you know, I hadn't really had time to say it in the last few videos, but and how busy I am right now. But no, thank you ever so much for watching, and you know, do come back for more. Please do subscribe, because you know, I think the percentage at the moment is about 80% unsubscribed, and you know, it does make a bit of a difference. It does spare us on, if anything else, like, you know. So yeah, that being said, thank you once again, and we will just see you in the next video. Okay, see you, bye.